Hi Nina, okay, my name is Glenn and I'm a business owner and I try to change the world and be happy here in Mutinerie.
Cool, and so how are you going to change the world?
Being modest and only providing what I know. I have to say that I'm specialized on open source in electronics and software, and this is what we do. We have a small engineering company, and we help people making their project real by helping them and by realizing the projects for them in prototypes in development industry.
So what kind of services do you provide exactly? I know that you do some research,
Yep.
You conduct some studies.
Yep. We try to improve some 3D printers. We try to it depends on the project. There are two branches. On one side we work for customers.
Customers are small businesses?
Small businesses, and we try to provide them all the help they need for making their projects real and solving their problems and making the technology fit with their needs. And on the other side, we are trying to launch a new project called First Brick, and maybe we'll talk about that later. And we think there is a need for certain things, and we try to innovate and provide something that fit there's needs.
There's a need for. And the name of your company is Gnuside?
Yeah.
And so you're based on open source.
Yeah.
What is First Brick? And it is based on open source, right?
Yes, it is. The first thing I have to say is that what we do is not open source, is free software. The meaning of free is like libre in French. It's not a matter of price, it's a matter of freedom. And we wrote the name of the company, Gnuside. That means that we are on the side of the main project who leads the open source and the free software world, which is the GNU project, and we believe in those values, and that's why we call the enterprise like that. And we wrote in the status of the enterprise that everything that we create is free, in the meaning of free software.
All your software is freeware?
It's not freeware.
Shareware?
It's not shareware. It means that you can use the software for anything you want to do. It means that you can access the source code to study it, to understand it, to be sure that there is no vulnerabilities, security risk, anything. It means that you can modify it for your own needs. It means that you can redistribute the software, and even the modified one, and maybe even for commercial purposes. And we do that for software and for electronics.
That's quite interesting. And
yeah.
Can you give an example of that?
Of course. The idea is that we are paid to do things, I would say only once. When you create a software, you are paid by your customer, the one who commanded it.
Mm-hmm. The one that orders it.
When someone sells the same software again and again and again and again, maybe he finished by being rich, but it's not he's not honest with his customers, because the software was paid a lot of times. The idea is, by open source, being able to be honest, to mutualize the needs of the customers, and to work only once for addressing all those needs, and maybe dividing the final cost by the number of customers. The idea is also to be able to reuse components which are already created and to customize them, to adapt them, to fit some needs. Because when you do proprietary work, sometimes you have some exclusive rights to give to someone, and you're not able to reuse things, or you have to pay a big price to reuse that, or someone was the exclusivity, and you just cannot. You have to rewrite everything again. The other thing is that by sharing, customers work for you, because they can look at the bugs, they can give you feedback, and you will improve that. It's like a symbiotic relation, because you will improve the software with future versions of the base you created, and all your customers will say, okay, there is a bug here, and if you solve the problem and you create a new version of that base, they will be able to reuse that base on their version, and maybe to pay again to make new adaptations on that base because they were interested. But it's not like Racket. You do not force them to buy again the new version if they are able to do it by themselves. They can do it by themselves.